Buenos dias y bienvenidos a Bueno para Comer. Welcome to Good to Eat. And we're taking you to the Dominican Republic this morning, serving up the national dish of this Caribbean nation. It's called La Bandera. It's our cocinero loco, Chef Kevin Belton's South Louisiana take on Pollo Guisado. Buenos dias, amigo.
Buenas, ¿cómo tú estás?
Bien, gracias, you said.
Yo loco.
A loco cocinero. Well, you got some loco here, huh?
Well, you know, it's one of these dishes where, you wonder how things get their origins and things like that, and it's all about flavors. And I find that we're all cooking the same thing, but everybody does it just a little bit different. You know, for example, in Louisiana cuisine, we always use a Creole seasoning or the Cajun seasoning or whatever, and it's a mixture of ground spices. Well, I find that in the Caribbean or South America, they use adobo. Adobo is a seasoning that has similar things that we use, but they also use something called Sazon.
That's the secret.
And the Sazon, and it also gives a color. So I had the chicken marinating. Now I'm gonna just go ahead and mix this together. I had the chicken marinating. That's why it's kind of a funny color, because of the Sazon gives it that orange color. But I'm gonna put a little more on. I wanna get a little more on there. And you know what's nice is, it's just like anything. You know, if you want, go ahead, do this 24 hours ahead, whether you're gonna grill the chicken. But this is one of these, this is a stew. So this is one of these dishes where the longer it cooks, the more those flavors get to blend together. And I find they often do this with chicken pieces as opposed to boneless. But yeah, again, if you like boneless, go with boneless. But here we have some chicken thighs. Got the oil heating up.
Oh, man.
I went to put that skin side down first. Yeah, there we go. Let me turn that back up a little bit.
The Good to Eat sizzle. It's back.
Yes. And you know, here's the thing with the chicken. We want this to we have to be patient with this. This is something that can't be rushed. So now look, let's go ahead and do the back side. But even though we did the skin side down first, that skin will form a little crispiness to it. But this is a stew, so it's gonna cook down and it gets tender when the chicken just falls off the bone. But it's something about having that skin to where it has that little bit of a nice crispiness to it at first. So, gang, this is important. Don't rush this part of it. Just take your time. I almost like to do it 2 to 3 minutes on one side. We flip it, let it go 2 or 3 minutes on the other side. We flip it back again for a few minutes, and then we can start putting everything back in.
Yeah, it's so important because the traditional Pollo Guisado, the chicken falls off the bone. I mean,
yes.
When you get it anywhere in Central and South America, that's what you're going to see. It's going to pull right off.
Yeah.
The Dominican Republic is famous for baseball, beaches, and La Bandera Dominicana. It's the national dish. And we're serving it up this morning with the big papi of the kitchen, Chef Kevin Belton's take on Pollo Guisado. Big papi.
Big papi.
Man, he could pop it too.
Oh man, huh? It's amazing. I wanted to stand in a batter's box and trust the pitcher on the mound, because I just wanted to see what it's like to be able to see that ball come across.
You never see it coming.
It looks like it's coming at you, then all of a sudden it just turns. It is amazing. So, normally you don't have to do this. I'm just going to take this chicken out so everybody can see down in the pan. But look how that see that? Got that little crust on it.
In the color. There you go.
Yes.
Saison.
So, I have onion, bell peppers, and garlic. And we're just going to start sauteing this down. And you know, it just like, remember, these are liquid-based vegetables. So these little goodies that stuck to the bottom of the pan from the chicken are gonna come up. Now, there is something in the stores you can buy, but you can make at home, and it's called sofrito.
Sofrito.
Basically, this is onions, peppers, garlic, cilantro, plum tomatoes, run in the food processor. I mean, smell that. That's just...
Ooh, man. The cilantro, man, I can smell it.
Yeah, there's cilantro and there's culantro.
Culantro.
The cilantro kind of looks like flat leaf parsley, but cilantro, it's a long, skinny leaf, gang, but it has that same flavor of cilantro. Now, if you're not a cilantro fan, because, you know, it's something in the genes for some people it tastes like soap, don't use it. Just use parsley.
Yeah, cilantro oil is really good for you.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can get cilantro oil.
But see, this little moisture has already gotten these little goodies up off the bottom of the pan. All right. Let's just go ahead and get in our sofrito. Now, you can buy this in the grocery store already done, the sofrito, but actually, I just go ahead and like to make it at home because, you know, if you whip out the food processor or the blender or just chop all these ingredients up really good,
I really smell it now.
you can use this in so many other things. A lot of times you find it greener than others. Sometimes you find it red depending on how much tomatoes you put in it. But it's one of those things where it's a total different flavor by putting it in the food processor or blender as opposed to leaving them whole like we had them first in diced. And you see, look how that cleaned the bottom of the pan up. So we just want this to kind of just rest here and just let these flavors blend together. And you know, we can, I don't know, maybe we can catch another inning right quick.
You think Big Papi would have a dish like this after the Red Sox beat the Yankees?
Yeah, I think he'd probably put it on the cook before he, maybe in the third inning, he'd sneak in the dugout. Maybe that's why he was going to the dugout so often.
Yeah, it takes 9 innings. If you like chicken stew, then you're going to love La Bandera Dominicana. It's the national dish of the Dominican Republic. And El Rey de la Cocina, the Kitchen King, Chef Kevin Belton's taking us to the Caribbean this morning with his recipe for Pollo Guisado. Man, I can really smell it.
Isn't it?
We're in the Dominican Republic.
I know. Look, some Yukon Gold potatoes, just diced up. Let's get those in. Give them a little stir down in there. Olives. Now I'm using green olives. They're pitted, okay? You make sure you use olives that pitted. I'm also using olives that are stuffed with garlic. Just because I love garlic so much. And you know, the olives give a saltiness. And what's nice is if you're not an olive fan, when you get ready to eat it, you can always take the olives and push them to the side. Or don't put it on your plate. A little tomato sauce.
It's one of the key ingredients for La Bandera because it represents the flag of the Dominican Republic, and one of the colors is red.
Yes. Oh, baby.
There you go.
And you know, if you don't have tomato sauce, if you have a little tomato paste, you can do that. You can use that in there. We're gonna get a little chicken stock in here. All right. And we just want to get this up to a boil because that little extra stock will help get our potatoes cooked. But this is one of these dishes where I know it's summertime and I know it's warm, but go ahead and put this together and then put it in the oven. Because this way you don't have to worry about stirring it. So now we can take our chicken and nestle our chicken right down in here.
Man, this is going to be a beautiful dish.
And get those drippings from that chicken on there. Oh yeah, just get them nestled down in this sauce.
Look how pretty that is.
Now, the longer this cooks, the more the flavors get to blend together. And like you said, the chicken just starts to pull off the bone. A little bit of green onion right now. a little bit of parsley right now. And now is when we could go ahead and take this, and we just have to leave it alone. We just have to just let it do its thing, and that chicken to cook. Of course, remember, gang, that chicken has to get an internal temperature of 165. But when you cook it long enough where it pulls off the bone, you know, there's nothing to even check. You don't even have to check the temperature because you know it's there.
It's time for extra innings.
Exactly.
What do Zoe Saldana, David Ortiz, and Oscar de la Renta all have in common? Well, they all came from the Dominican Republic. And so does the dish that we're cooking this morning. It's Pollo Guisado, or known as La Bandera, the national dish of the Dominican Republic. And our cruising chef, Kevin Belton's taking us on a Caribbean cruise with his chicken stew Dominicana, Pollo Guisado.
Just for you, my friend.
Oh, man. Muchas gracias, mi amigo.
And, you know, and this
So
is
how
one
long
of those
did you
things
cook this for?
where I like to let this go for
okay.
like at least an hour and a half.
It's falling off. Look at that.
That's what you want. That is what you want. And you notice I took the rice.
Oh, man.
And I did the rice in a little, in the rice, I used a little bit of that Saison
Uh-huh.
for a nice color. And you see that olive gives a different flavor.
Gives it a really
potatoes.
nice flavor, yeah.
You get that mild tomato flavor. If you're not a big tomato fan, but you do get that tomato flavor.
You know, it's been cooking so long, the garlic's gone from the olive.
Yes, yes.
It's gone into there's another layer of flavor.
But we browned off that chicken first, took the time and let it brown off, took it out, then sauteed the onion, the bell peppers, the garlic. And I use red and yellow, where often I use green, but then the sofrito. The sofrito is cilantro, onion, bell pepper, garlic, and plum tomatoes. And just put that in the food processor and pulse it. And that like gives that foundation to the dish.
The sofrito, you pick it up, you pick up the cilantro kind of in the aftertaste. The
Yes.
Oh, man.
And
This is...
for you guys that don't like cilantro, if you get that gene there where that cilantro tastes soapy, just use parsley.
I can see why this is the national dish of the Dominican Republic.
Oh yeah, it could be the national dish of your house too. It's just because it's good to eat, you know.
Big Papi would say this is a home run.
Ooh, extra bases, yes.
For more on this recipe and all of Chef Kevin's Good to Eat recipes, head to the Good to Eat page at WBRZ.com. It's good old-fashioned chicken stew with a little spice and heat.
It's heavy, amigo. Bueno para comer. That's so good to eat.